From Ana de Armas kicking butt in the John Wick universe, to Brad Pitt racing at 200 miles per hour in Formula One, we've got blockbusters, horror sequels, and animated adventures that will blow your mind. I'm breaking down the 10 most anticipated movies hitting theaters this June, and trust me, you're going to want to mark your calendars for these. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have Bride Hard. And yes, this is exactly what it sounds like. Imagine Die Hard meets Wedding Chaos, and you've got this action comedy gem. Rebel Wilson stars as a secret agent who's serving as maid of honor at her best friend's wedding when mercenaries crash the party. This film is directed by Simon West, who gave us Con Air and The Expendables 2, so you know the action sequences are going to be insane. The supporting cast includes Anna Camp, Justin Hartley, and Stephen Dorff, bringing both comedy chops and action credibility to this wild concept. What makes this movie special is how it flips the typical action hero stereotype on its head. Wilson's character has to balance keeping her secret identity while literally fighting for her best friend's perfect day. It's hitting theaters later in June, and honestly, this could be the sleeper hit of the summer. At number 9, we have Off the Grid starring Josh Duhamel and Greg Kinnear. This thriller follows a brilliant scientist who refuses to weaponize his invention and goes on the run instead. What's fascinating about this film is how it tackles the moral responsibility of scientific innovation in our modern world. Duhamel plays against type here as the intellectual hero rather than his usual action roles, while Kinnear brings his trademark intensity to what appears to be an antagonist role. The movie was shot in Clinton, Mississippi, giving it that authentic small-town America feel that could really ground the high-tech thriller elements. Director Johnny Martin is building tension through practical locations rather than relying solely on CGI spectacle. This one's hitting select theaters and video on demand on June 27th, making it perfect for both theatergoers and streaming audiences. Number 8 brings us international cinema with Mercy for None, a Korean gangster thriller that's going to remind you why Korean cinema is absolutely dominating right now. So Ji-sub stars as Nam Ji-jun, a former gang member who left the criminal world behind by literally cutting his own Achilles tendon. That's commitment. The story jumps forward 11 years when his younger brother, who joined a rival gang, mysteriously dies. This forces our protagonist back into the violent underworld he sacrificed everything to escape from. What sets this apart from typical revenge films is the family dynamic and the physical sacrifice our hero made to leave his past behind. The film explores themes of brotherhood, loyalty, and the impossible task of truly escaping your past. Korean cinema has been delivering incredible crime thrillers lately, and this looks like it's continuing that tradition with style and substance. Lucky number 7 is Deep Cover, a British action comedy that has one of the most unique premises I've heard in years. 3 improv actors get recruited by London police for undercover sting operations in the criminal underworld. The twist? They have to use their improv training, specifically the yes and rule, to infiltrate criminal gangs. The cast is absolutely stacked with Bryce Dallas Howard, Orlando Bloom, Nick Mohammed from Ted Lasso, and veterans like Ian McShane and Sean Bean. This is streaming exclusively on Amazon Prime Video starting June 12th. What makes this brilliant is how it combines the unpredictability of improv comedy with genuine crime thriller tension. The actors literally have to yes and their way into dangerous situations, which creates this perfect storm of comedy and suspense. It's written by Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World, so expect sharp dialogue and well-crafted set pieces. At number 6, we're getting something completely different with Predator: Killer of Killers, an adult animated anthology that's taking the Predator franchise in a bold new direction. This comes from Dan Trachtenberg, who absolutely nailed it with Prey in 2022. The film follows 3 legendary warriors across different time periods: a Viking raider on a quest for revenge, a ninja in feudal Japan fighting his own samurai brother, and a World War II pilot investigating an otherworldly threat. Each of these killers faces off against the ultimate predator. This anthology approach lets the filmmakers explore different historical periods and fighting styles, while maintaining that core Predator DNA. The animation is being handled by Third Floor, known for their incredible work on major blockbusters. It's hitting Hulu in the US and Disney Plus internationally on June 6th, making it easily accessible for fans worldwide. Coming in at number 5 is Materialists, a romantic comedy that has all the ingredients for awards season buzz. Written and directed by Celine Song, who gave us the masterpiece Past Lives, this stars Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal, in what's being described as a modern love triangle. The story follows a young, ambitious New York City matchmaker who finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex. What elevates this above typical rom-com territory is Song's incredible ability to find deep emotional truth in simple human connections. A24 is distributing in the US, which immediately signals this is going to be something special. The combination of Song's thoughtful direction with this powerhouse cast could deliver both box office success and critical acclaim. Johnson continues to choose fascinating projects post 50 Shades, Evans shows his romantic comedy chops, and Pascal, well, he's Pedro Pascal. Everything he touches turns to gold right now. Number 4 is F1, the movie, and this is the racing film we've all been waiting for. Brad Pitt stars as Sonny Hayes, a Formula One driver from the 1990s who suffered a career-ending crash and now has to come out of retirement to mentor a young prodigy played by Damson Idris. What makes this special is the incredible authenticity. This was created in collaboration with the actual FIA, Formula One's governing body. Director Joseph Kosinski, who gave us Top Gun Maverick, knows how to blend practical stunts with cutting-edge technology to create visceral, heart-pounding action sequences. The supporting cast includes Kerry Condon, Tobias Menzies, and Javier Bardem, bringing serious acting talent to complement the high-octane racing scenes. This is hitting theaters June 25th internationally and June 27th in North America, perfectly timed just before the Austrian Grand Prix. If you love Top Gun Maverick's practical effects and emotional storytelling, this is going to be right in your wheelhouse. The bronze medal goes to 28 years later, the long-awaited third installment in the Rage Virus saga. Danny Boyle returns to direct with Alex Garland writing, bringing back the dream team that created the original 28 Days Later back in 2002. Set. 28 years after the Rage virus outbreak, survivors have found ways to coexist with the infected. The story follows a group living on a small island connected to the mainland by a heavily defended causeway. When a father and son venture into the dark heart of the mainland, they discover how the world has evolved and mutated. The cast includes Jodie Comer, fresh off Killing Eve, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Ralph Fiennes, with Cillian Murphy serving as executive producer. What's exciting is that this was shot back-to-back with its sequel, 28 years later, The Bone Temple. So we're getting a complete story arc. This hits theaters June 20th and is guaranteed to be this summer's most intense horror experience. Coming in at number 2 is the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, and this is either going to be absolutely magical or a complete disaster. There's no middle ground. Dean DeBlois returns to write and direct this adaptation of his own animated masterpiece, which gives me hope that the heart and soul will translate to live. Action. Mason Thames and Nico Parker play Hiccup and Astrid, with Gerard Butler reprising his role as Stoic the Vast from the animated films. The story follows the same basic plot as the 2010 original, the friendship between an inventive Viking boy and a Night Fury dragon that changes both their species. Forever. The big question is how they'll bring Toothless to life in live action, while maintaining that emotional connection that made the animated version so special. John Powell returns to compose the score, which means we'll get those soaring musical moments that made us all cry in the original. This could be the family blockbuster that defines summer 2025. And taking the top spot is Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas, in what might be the most anticipated action film of 2025. Set in the John Wick universe between chapters 3 and 4, this follows an assassin trained by the Ruska Roma organization seeking revenge for her father's death. Ana de Armas proved in No Time to Die and Knives Out that she can handle both action and drama with incredible skill. This film is directed by Len Wiseman, known for the Underworld franchise, and written by Shay Hatton, who wrote John Wick Chapters 3 and 4. The supporting cast includes Gabriel Byrne, Norman Reedus, and returning favorites Angelica Houston, Ian McShane, and yes, Keanu Reeves himself. What makes this special is that it's expanding the John Wick universe while telling a completely standalone story. De Armas brings a different energy and fighting style than Reeves, potentially opening up new corners of this criminal underworld. And there you have it, the 10 best movies hitting theaters this June 2025. From Ana de Armas delivering justice in the John Wick universe to Brad Pitt burning rubber on the Formula One circuit, this month is absolutely packed with must-see cinema. Which movie are you most excited about? Drop a comment below and let me know if I missed any June releases that should have made this list. this video helped you plan your summer movie schedule, smash that like button and subscribe for more movie breakdowns, reviews, and industry news. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Coming up next week, I'm breaking down all the biggest movie trailers from this month, plus we'll dive deep into some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage from these June releases. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now get out there and start planning your June movie marathon.